Couple of minutes, Innocent Park, what we've got in store for you this particular evening as far as news is concerned. Now let's get started, shall we? And the Deputy Inspector General of Police, that is Eliud Lagat, has cautioned the young people against engaging in violence and disorder during the planned June 25th commemorations linked to the last year's general election, Gen Z protest. Speaking in Mombasa, Lagat warned that security agencies will take firm action against anyone involved in acts of violence, destruction of property, or activities that threaten public safety during the commemoration event. The senior police officer emphasized that while young people have a constitutional right to express themselves and assemble peacefully, those freedoms must be exercised responsibly and within the confines of the law. Lagat noted that law enforcement agencies remain committed to safeguarding public order and ensuring that commemorations are conducted peacefully without disrupting normal activities or endangering lives.
Next week amna shida. Si Kenyans wataendelea na kazi zao. Wale wanataka watalete fujo watakabiliwa na mtindo wa sheria, lakini Wakenya wako huru kufanya kazi zao. Amna shida. We will provide security to all Kenyans. Na wale watalete fujo we will arrest them, but peace will prevail.
At the same time, leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza administration have criticized plans for demonstrations scheduled for next Thursday to mark the anniversary of the June 25th Gen Z protest, warning against any activities that could threaten public order and security. Speaking at separate events in Kakamega and Kericho, the leaders called on the Inter-Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen to take firm action against individuals who violate the law or engage in violence during the planned commemorations. The leaders maintained that while citizens have a constitutional right to assemble and express their views, any demonstrations should be conducted peacefully and within the confines of the law. They cautioned against the misuse of protest as a platform for lawlessness, destruction of property, or actions that could disrupt public safety and normal economic activities.
Nimesikia kwamba wamepanga kufanya maandamano hii wiki inakuja tarehe 25. Nataka niseme tukiwa hapa Mayuge, nchi ya Kenya, shida ambazo tuko nazo haziwezi kutatuliwa na vita. Shida ambazo tuko nazo haziwezi kutatuliwa na maandamano.
Mimi nataka niambie ndugu yangu Murkomen na afisa wote wa serikali, ule jamaa akijaribu kuleta maandamano, nyinyi jipange, shika wale watu wote. Sisi Kenya saa hii tunataka umoja.
Sisi tunawatangazia wakabila kwamba hawana nafasi. Tunataka uongozi kutoka kule ikuje magharibi mwa Kenya. Hatuwezi kuchagua viongozi wa Kenya ambaye nia yao ni mbaya ya ukabila.
Tunasema president wetu asonge mbele, aweke Kenya pale mbele, na sisi wananchi kazi yetu ni kumuunga mkono, tumpe tamu ya pili. Agenda hawana, agenda sera hawa, watu mpangolezi.
Now, Makueni Women Representative Rose Museo has accused President William Ruto of undermining Kenya's democratic gains through opposition to public demonstrations, insisting that the right to protest is protected under the Constitution. Speaking during the distribution of water tanks to women's groups in Kilome constituency, the Makueni women rep said Kenyans have a constitutional right to assemble and express their views, adding that such freedoms cannot be rolled back or restricted arbitrarily. Museo argued that democratic societies thrive when citizens are allowed to air their grievances through lawful and peaceful means, stressing that public participation and freedom of expression remain key pillars of governance. She maintained that constitutional rights must be respected and safeguarded at all times, regardless of political affiliations.
Kuandamana tena, lakini hiyo sio sawa. Nataka kumkosoa kwa sababu katiba inakubalia kila mwananchi kuweza kuandamana. Kitu ambacho ni kibaya ni wakati wanaoandamana wanafanya fujo, wanaiba vitu ama wanaleta.
Now, leaders from the Maasai community have expressed concern over the rising cases of crime, looting and violence reportedly witnessed during demonstrations across the country, warning against the misuse of protests to commit unlawful acts. Speaking during a press briefing ahead of the June 25th commemorations, the leaders, accompanied by residents and business owners from Kitengela, said the town has been identified as one of the areas likely to experience unrest if demonstrations are not properly managed. They cautioned politicians against exploiting young people to incite chaos, destruction of property and acts of robbery, urging that all political activities must remain peaceful and within the law. The leaders strongly condemned any criminal behavior disguised as protest action, insisting that genuine demonstrations should not be used as an opportunity for lawlessness or intimidation of residents.
Those goons masquerading as peaceful demonstrators to step in Kitengela on 25th of June this year and any other place in Kajiado County.
Hawa watu wanakula jasho yao. Hawa watu wanasomesha watoto wao na hii jasho yao. Mtu wa kulipwa shilingi 500 ama 1000 aje haribu biashara ya hawa watu. Tumesimama leo kidete tukisema tutakubaliana na hayo.
Tumekuwa kama vijana tunatumika mama kuja kufanya mambo ya maandamano, kuharibu mali, na at the end of the day sisi ndio tunakaa bila kazi. Wakati tunasikia away investors hapa Kitengela, sisi kama vijana ndio tutaumia.
Wale ambao wanakuja kuharibu mali zetu, wewe kuja ukuwe tayari. Wewe kuja na hiyo panga, mimi hujui ile kitu ambayo nitakuja nayo. We are going to protect our business. We are going to protect our shops. Inaitwa operation.
Now, leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza administration have accused opposition politicians of misleading Kenyans by claiming that the government has failed to deliver on its development agenda. Speaking during an event that brought together elders from various communities in Changangani, the leaders defended the government's performance, saying numerous development projects have been implemented across different parts of the country. The leaders urged opposition figures to conduct their political campaigns responsibly and avoid statements that could incite the public to create unnecessary tension among citizens. They maintained that political competition should be based on ideas and policy proposals rather than rhetoric that could undermine national unity and social cohesion.
Any president of this country, whether you like him or not, he is the center of cohesiveness of our country. Umpende usipende yeye. Yeye ndiye pale ambapo sisi wote tunashikamana kama Wakenya. You have no reason to insult the president at all.
Mtu ambaye anajenga Talanta Stadium, mtu ambaye anajenga Bomas, huyo mtu ni wa nguvu, sio wa nguvu. Mpaka hata saa hii sisi tunajiuliza hii pesa ilikuwa inajificha wapi? Si ndio?
Nimeona ile kazi anafanya. Hapa Trans Nzoia ametutangazia barabara, speaker atawaeleza. Nyumba affordable ametujengea. Hiyo vitu nimehesabu ya karibu bilioni, mnafikiria ningefanya peke yangu bila yeye?
Now, the funeral of former Maasai land rights activist Aaron Lempaka in Cotonoi village in Narok South on Friday turned into a political battlefield as rival leaders exchanged sharp political remarks amid mourning. What began as a solemn ceremony to honor Lempaka's life and legacy quickly shifted into a platform for political confrontation between opposition leaders and those allied to the Kenya Kwanza administration ahead of the 2027 election. Narok Governor James Orengo, Siaya Governor James Orengo, who led a section of opposition leaders, eulogized Lempaka as a fearless defender of Maasai community land rights, praising his long-standing commitment to justice and community empowerment. However, the event later saw leaders from opposing political camps trading accusations of national political direction, with tensions rising as speeches shifted from focus from mourning to political messaging. Take a look.
Nimefanya na kama kuna ingine bado tutafanya hii mwaka moja ambayo imebaki.
And one of the problems probably that my friend Honorable Lempaka made was that instead of fighting for his seat or for a space in the political arena, he was busy trying to bring people together so that the opposition can work together. But I want to say here for the people of Narok to know, I am the current and de facto leader of the party known as ODM. Msikize mambo ya wale wengine. I'm the de facto party leader of ODM. Na tuko kwa vuguvugu ya Linda Mwananchi. Na unajua jana Linda Mwananchi, wabunge wetu wote said no to the finance bill. They said no to the finance bill. I want to tell you, I'll hear somebody else saying, ya kwamba muwe kwa serikali. I'm the one who knows how to be in government. Being in government does not guarantee you anything, particularly the Maasai. What matters is that you must fight for your rights. You must fight for your rights. Governments are very dangerous things. And in Maasai land, because I've been here a lot, the Maasai land rights are being violated every day. Na namwambia muwe kwa serikali. Na zenu zinaenda. But the Maasais are likely to be minorities in Narok and Kajiado because of losing your land rights. You must fight for your land rights. And I knew this from Ntumama.
Now, from that, residents of Exaron village in Oljororokwa, that is in Nyandarua County, on Friday staged protest against what they claim is the illegal grabbing of a 24-acre piece of land that they saw was originally set aside for public use. The disputed land, according to local leaders, was earmarked under the former Bolosat development plan for community use, including a livestock watering dam project that was intended to benefit residents in the area. Exaron village secretary, that is Pastor Thomas Dorito, and Chairman James MACHARIA said the project stalled for years, creating an opportunity for individuals they described as trespassers to attempt to take over the land unlawfully.
Kwa kwamba kuna watu wengine hata wanatumia katika hali ya kujisaidia kifedha. Kwa hivyo tunasema ya kwamba hatutakubali watu waende watolewe Nairobi, wakuja hapa ni kwa sababu ni matajiri, wakuja wanyakue shamba letu tukiangalia. Sisi tumeamua kama community, shamba yetu haitaenda na mtu, tumekataa. Ni ya watu wetu wa community hii, na hii DIP ilikuwa nasimamia community kutoka upande ya Katumbiro, upande ya Gatito na Shekareli, wote walikuwa nalete hapa. Sasa tumesuburiwa na wezi mpaka tumechoka, tukasema tukuje tupige kelele sababu serikali haitusikii. Tumekuwa tukisumbuka kila siku. Kuna watu wanakuja wanasema ati hii shamba ni yao, na hapa hakuna shamba ya mtu. Hii shamba ni ya watu wenyeji wa hapa.
Right, moving on, Machakos University has successfully hosted its 7th international conference focused on how research and technology can be leveraged to benefit from opportunities presented by the 5th Industrial Revolution for sustainable development. The two-day conference brought together researchers, scholars, industry players, and as well as experts, policymakers, and innovators from Kenya, the United States, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Uganda. Participants exchanged ideas, shared knowledge, and presented innovative research findings aimed at addressing emerging global and local challenges. Machakos University Deputy Vice Chancellor Professor Joyce Agalo said the conference had achieved its objectives, noting that scholars presented high-quality academic papers expected to contribute significantly to advancing knowledge across various disciplines.
Fifth Industrial Revolution calls upon us to place people at the center of technological development and to harness science, research, and innovation in addressing the pressing challenges in our time, including climate change, food security, public health, economic resilience, social inclusion, and sustainable life.
Usually once research has been done, it's important that we disseminate that research. We share the knowledge that we have gained from the research that we have done. And this conference has provided us that opportunity for members of staff from this institution, students from this institution, and also staff from other universities in Kenya and other countries.
I gain a lot of knowledge, a lot of connection, collaboration with scholars from different parastatal backgrounds and what have you. I learn a lot, and then I have able to connect with the other scholars from different nations in East Africa and as well as West African countries, and also some scholars from the US.
Right now, to the economic front, Wonder Properties has officially broken ground on a new housing development aimed at boosting Kenya's real estate sector and addressing the growing demand for quality and affordable housing. The project marks a significant milestone in the company's commitment to contributing to national housing growth and narrowing the housing gap through the delivery of modern, well-planned residential units designed to meet increasing urban demand. And according to the developer, the construction phase is expected to create employment opportunities for at least 200 Kenyans across various sectors, including construction, engineering, and support services, thereby contributing to improved livelihoods and broader economic growth. The groundbreaking ceremony brought together industry stakeholders, partners, community representatives, and invited guests, all of whom witnessed the launch of a project described as a symbol of innovation, progress, and sustainable development.
For this particular project, is the project which we designed to suit for the family states and for the investors who are mainly being very interested in Kenya, especially Nairobi's real estate market. From the project concept design up to the layout and even the selling price, we have very thought about it and have captured all the interest of our investors. With this project launch, I believe it's going to be another milestone for Wonder Properties, and it's going to be another achievement for Wonder Properties. If you look at the Kenya's market, the demanding for house, the number is very high. As a developer, we are trying to build the best houses which can last for decades, and is going to suit for the clients' demand. Those, especially for those clients, or those businessmen, even investors who are willing to settle in Nairobi.
We are actually having a real estate boom in Kenya. As much as we have the deficit that actually the investors and the government are trying to cover, and also we are not looking at people who are here to invest. We have the diaspora who are also coming back into the country to find a place to invest their money so they can get return because they worked very hard. Another aspect we also have to look at, Nairobi is becoming a diplomatic hub. And you know, in a diplomatic hub, when you are working with the UN has UNDSS approved housing, you know, so they don't just live in any other houses, but they live in UNDSS approved. So you find the location, the quality of houses that we are building will make it more prime for the investors, will make it prime for the end users, and will make it prime for the investors to make money and get returns. So one thing, let's look at a bigger picture here where we are looking at one, we actually have the ROI for the investors that actually come. And then we have the direct employment, which we have like 200 that will be employed in this project. And remember, we also have the long-term employment, whereby we have the asset management team that will go for quite a long time. And we have the value chain. The value chain here where we look at the dominion effect. The dominion effect we have here is we have suppliers who are actually will be coming here, you know, also to supply. We have the tax, the government also getting tax. So we are contributing to the economy of Kenya and making Kenya to be a more developed, whereby we have not only apartment or development, but we are having futuristic development that actually will be able to appeal to each and every person.
I am filled with immense pride and optimism for what lies ahead of us. With our new partners, together we have embraced a common vision, not just to develop a property, but to create a future homes and a thriving communities for our generations to come.
Right from the economic front, let's take a look on what's making headlines in the world of sports. Now, the 6th edition of the Jubilee Live Free Race has officially been launched, with organizers targeting a record turnout of more than 5,500 participants in what is expected to be the largest cycling event in the race's history. The event, organized through a partnership between Jubilee Group and the Grand Nairobi Bike Race, is scheduled to take place on September 27th of 2026 at Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi, and aims to promote wellness, inclusion, sustainable mobility and community engagement. This year's edition has received a major boost after Jubilee Group increased its sponsorship to 25 million Kenya shillings, up from 20 million Kenya shillings last year, underscoring growing confidence in the event and its impact across the region. Right, moving on, Kibra Soccer crowned a memorable season by defeating Kenya Police Youth FC 1-0 in Kiganjo to secure promotion to the National Super League NSL as champions of the FKF Division 1 Zone C League. The crucial victory capped off an impressive campaign for the Nairobi-based side, who finished the season on a high and plays in the Kenya's second-tier football competition. A solitary goal proved enough to separate the two sides in a tightly contested encounter, with Kibra Soccer showing resilience and determination to protect their lead until the final whistle and confirm their promotion aspirations. Speaking after the match, head coach Indi Shikanda praised his players for their discipline and commitment throughout the season, saying the promotion was a reward for months of hard work, sacrifice and belief in the team's vision.
Kwa majina naitwa Idi Osman Shikanda, head coach Kibra Soccer. Season imekuwa poa. I joined the team during the second leg. We've had a very good run. Ukiangalia stats, I think vijana wameweza kujikakamua na kuweza kufanya what it entails for them to do in the pitch or during the match days. So imekuwa poa, imekuwa na challenges, up and downs, of course, haziwezi kosa hapa na pale. I just want to say thank you to the management, to the soccer fans, Kibra soccer fans as a whole, and the sponsor mwenye amewezesha hii safari yote hadi vile tumefikia siku ya leo ya mwisho kwa game yetu ya mwisho. It's been a journey, it's been a dream come true. Always inakuanga ni furaha ya kila coach kuweza kuachieve kitu kama hii, manake ukianza season kila mtu huweka goals zake. However much it doesn't irrespective ya umekuja kujoin team ikiwa katikati ya season ama ukianza nayo. So it feels good to be champion because again I can say it's a dream come true.
What I can say is that naweza sema tumekaa pamoja sana. So hiyo ndo the first thing. Naweza sema imeleta hii promotion. Tumekuwa pamoja sana, tumegel as a team. Nasema tu tuliongeza tu wase kiasi, but most of us tumekuwa pamoja, so tunajuana. So msaki make move, utajua tu what to do. Yeah. So hiyo ndo imetupea hiyo moral, at least tunajuana. Msaki hiyo chini, mwingine.
Well, it is exactly 27 minutes past the top of the hour. You're now up to speed with those making headlines from across our 47 counties and as well in the world of sports. My name is MACHARIA. I was sitting in for one Letitia Afande. You've been watching EBN Weekend Edition. Have yourself a lovely night. Enjoy the rest of your viewing, and as always, God bless, and let's do this again when God says we do.
watching EBN TV, transforming your world. You are watching EBN TV, transforming it.
God's love for you doesn't change whether you sin or not. His love doesn't change. You suffer the consequences of disobedience, but he loves you just the same. Now, you probably had thought about all those things already. But let me ask you a question. Do you want to live your life productively, fruitfully, joyfully, happily, successfully? Do you want God to answer your prayer, to take you through the storms and the heartaches and the pain and the suffering and the persecution? And do you want to one day stand before him and at least think in your heart, or you come to the end of life before you ever meet him? You come to the end of life and they've already bought your casket. You know you don't have very long. Won't it be a fantastic feeling to know, God, I didn't do it very well, but I did the best I knew. You're not depending on him to save you. You already know you're saved. Lord, I didn't do too well in some points, but I did the best I knew. At least I tried to grow in my relationship to you. Imagine being on your deathbed, and for the last 30 years of your life, you've just had it your way.